Hello there everyone, and welcome to this video of ET Templar Reviews, and I'm just giving my own 2 cents on a show that came out recently called The Last Man. So, basically the show with the premise is pretty frickin' interesting, and there's tons of entertainment value to be had here. It's like a post-apocalypse thing. So, if you don't know, or if what you couldn't deduce from the trailers of the show, is that there's some form of, like, plague or outbreak that suddenly just like happens. I'm thinking it's more along the lines of something biblical, like the angels of death, during Moses, where God smote all the firstborn in Israel. That's kind of what it is, because it just happens one day out of the blue. And of course the show theorizes that it's some form of like pathogen, which, if that show just continued with that and continued on with the story, I'd be interested and I would like the show. But, and here you go, here's where they slip in all the political horse shit. This is where they put, this show technically is a feminist like wet dream, right? This is something a feminist would be like, yeah, the men of God. But in all reality, it kind of handles it fairly. Like, it handles it with kind of reverence, but it's just, like, I only saw the first 3 episodes, and within those first 3 episodes, we already saw jabs at, there's someone in the president's cabinet that's, oh my God, anti-vax, anti-government, is a Christian and pro-gun. What a Nazi. Ugh. We can't have that person be president, right? So, within context of the story, this person, Regina, I think, is technically supposed to be next in line for the succession of presidency, because all the fucking men died. So, the one under her is kind of like undergoing a coup, technically. So, again, it's interesting how they can't have this Christian, anti-vaxxing, pro-gun, anti-government extremist. Oh no, but of course, it's okay if the Democrats have a coup for the rest of the government, right? Oh. So there's just shit like that. There's little slights. So this show, there's entertainment value to be had, but it's just another fucking Walking Dead. It's just another fucking post-apocalypse show that you're sitting there watching, and you're thinking to yourself, who are these people? And I don't like anyone in this fucking show. Everyone sucks. And there's no relatable. The Last Man is like this borderline soy cuck pro-state. In fact, he's the one that mentions, oh, we couldn't have Regina, she was anti-vax, and she dare said Jesus would be anti-vax. Oh, right? So, basically, a show that's supposed to be about a very, like, serious thing, of course, they had to slip in all their social justice horseshit, and that's what does it for me. I'm fucking tapping out of the show. But if you're someone who can stomach being railed over the head for like 3 or 10 episodes of just like political horseshit, you could probably like this show. And there's just interesting aspects. And here's the good things about this show: the scenes and locations are fantastic. They're believable, like a post-apocalypse. There's helicopters, planes, bodies in the streets, and like society starts breaking down. There's a nuclear reactor at some point that's hinted at in the show that's about to like go critical because all the men have died, and there's like parts. There's like the New York subway system's being flooded, and there's like the water purification. The water's like being, so it's a very drab, very real. There's tons of lore in the show, but it's just unfortunate that they have to slip in political horseshit like every fucking 5 minutes, and that's the detriment of the show. This is why I can't watch this shit anymore, because it's like, why can't people in Hollywood or FX or Hulu like just tell a story? We don't really give a shit about the intricacies of these fucking people's and characters' lives, right? There's even like these characters that get into bickering, and it's like, it's the end of the world. Are people really going to be bickering and be, like, concerned about inter-office politics and drama? No, they're going to be concerned and laser-focused about surviving and reunifying the country and surviving this, like, disaster that happened within context of the show. But no. It's just, unless, no offense, if you're a woman or you're a person who just likes drama, you'll like this too, because it's me. Oh no, there's people rising against the government. We can't have that. Oh, right? It's just, it fucking sucks, because there's so much premise here, and I can't be bothered to fucking sit around to see what happens in the story, because, call me a bigot if you will, but I want to watch something entertaining. I want to watch something with good story, which this kind of has, except without 3/4 of it being pro-Marxist political bullshit propaganda. And of course, one of the characters, there's also a cool plot line to the show about Culper. So within this story, there's a secret service group that's only loyal to the president, you see? So they're like the secret group only loyal to the president, and one of the main characters is one of these Culper agents, like 355. They even have used the Culper code. So there's cool shit in the story. There's tons of stuff to be here, but I just can't be bothered to finish with it unless if they drop like the political horseshit. I am just fucking done with these good shows. They can't help themselves. They really can't. These college-educated writers and producers, they really can't help themselves but to fucking preach their bullshit instead of writing good TV and movie. And that's the unfortunate reason why I think this shit sucks and why I think it's garbage. Because why would you need to push an anti-vax and political slide against conservatism in a movie about the post-apocalypse? None of that shit's gonna fucking matter in that situation. Really isn't. But of course, the main character also mentions, the secession, because the current president, the designated survivor, whatever, happens to be a liberal or Democrat. So of course he has to slide in there. Oh, the last survivor's not even Republican. Ooh, well, good. You got your Democrat leader and liberal in the post-apocalypse. That'll go well, because if you look at every other blue state across this glorious United States, California, New York, fucking Chicago, Austin, or these other places where Democrats rule, it's basically like this movie, but without the pandemic, right? You have, especially to get in a rant here, like Los Angeles, for example, Gavin Newsom lost his, the recall lost. So that's just more homelessness and higher taxes for the people of California. But so it's just funny how they try and make these shows that are post-apocalyptic. But if you want to experience the show, just go to a democratic city. Go to Detroit. Go to Chicago. Go to Los Angeles. Go to New York. And you can physically experience this show in IRL. So political bullshit aside, this is a shame that this movie, there's so much to be had here. But I can't be bothered to give a shit because this movie has a slide against conservatives, Republicans, and people who dare not want to take the vaccine in a show where a mysterious force kills 90% of the men. Okay. But preach to us, shitty fictional movie or show. Yeah. I would say skip it. But if you can stomach the political horseshit, there's entertainment to be had here. But yeah, other than that, I would give Y the Last Man a fucking pass.